Welcome to a walkthrough of ARC's fully automated cricket tracking solution, built to enhance every training session you do. So to get going with the session, we're just going to click on the session button here. We have multiple nets that are being tracked at this particular location. So we go ahead and select which net we want to set up. We're going to choose net 1 here. Then we're going to go in and add all of our players. So I can just go in and log in with each player's individual login ID, adding in the batsman, and if we have bowlers, and bring that all together so that we can set up the session. This can all be done ahead of time, so you can just get cracking when you get into your session. The next thing that we're going to do is then look into the game settings. So I can set up, what type of session I'm running, whether that's round robin, we're bowling overs, if I'm just doing bowling practice or throwdowns. The pitch size, deciding, if it's for under 11s pitch up to under 14s or an adult's pitch. And then finally, the boundary size and boundary conditions that we want to play out in the simulator. The other thing I can do is add in a camera. So I can do this just by scanning a QR code on any kind of mobile device. This will then stream the video from that phone and automatically chop it for every delivery that we put through the system. You can add multiple camera angles to the system and they'll all be trimmed together, and we'll see what that looks like in a bit. So that's just about it. We'll now start the session. You can now see that we're in the simulator view. So this is automatically going to play out every delivery and shot that happens within that particular net and give us feedback within about 2 to 3 seconds. You can see all the different stats that we're measuring along the bottom. We have the ability in here to set configurable fields for each of the bowler by clicking on this set field button and then moving the fielders to different placements as we want. If I now move that round, you can see that that field has been updated, and for every delivery for that bowler now, that field placement will react and play out in the simulation. We can also click on this wagon wheel button to see the wagon wheel shots for that particular batsman throughout the whole session. And this can just be left up and running as we play through. If we jump back into some data from a previous session, we can see each of these deliveries are coming through, giving us the speed, contact point, shot speeds, etc., and many more stats. I can go into any one of these deliveries and it will bring up our simulator replay. So this is going to show me a simulation of what happened, including the delivery and shot, all of my different stats along the bottom. I also have the ability for a video replay, so we'll just play this one through so we can watch what happened. And as you can see, it was dabbed down to third man, but the fielder stopped it in this case. Also, we can add in notes, so each of the coaches or players can go through, bookmark deliveries, add delivery notes, and then put various different ratings and tags onto these so that we can then find those deliveries later on and start to go through and look at trends and spot weaknesses, etc. If I jump back into that session, I can also see overviews of my batting and bowling stats as we go through, registering every run, how many wickets and strike rates, etc. If I now jump into and click on that stat board, I can now look at the detailed analytics themselves and start to look at visuals for things like contact point, where my run zones are happening, how many balls I've faced, and strike rates, etc. I can now go into my player stats and select a particular player. I can now see detailed analytics for both my batting profile and for my bowling profile, so that I can start to spot trends and work out how to improve my game. We also have a really powerful filter engine allowing me to go in and look at specific results, delivery speeds, shot speeds, etc., and filter so that we can get to the data that we need to. On top of this, these views are completely configurable. I can go in and hit this edit layout button and start to move around panels and resize things and build the exact dashboards that I want to. If I want a more detailed view, I can click on this table analytics button, and this will bring me in and give me information about every single delivery that applies to those filters, and then I can export this into a CSV to look at it later if I want to. If you want to learn more, please get in contact via hello@arcsim.io or our website.